It's time to continue our back to school series with a really cool pair of Blazer Premiums that are related to these number 2 pencil dunks that were designed by Mosh. Let's break out the Blazers. These are the Scantron edition, and check out those number 2 pencils on the heels of the shoes. These shoes are very near and dear to me for a couple reasons. First and foremost, I've taken so many standardized tests in my life. From the SAT to the LSAT to the GMAT to the California bar exam, man, I can't tell you how happy I am to be done with all of those tests. But also, I taught the GMAT. For about 5 years, I was a teacher at the University of San Diego, teaching students how to perform well on a standardized test. So like I said, these shoes are very near and dear to me. Before we review them, we got to break out some Scantrons to bring them to life. So there we go. As I filled out this top Scantron right here, I was reminded of the fact that being left-handed really sucks when you're doing Scantrons, because you drag your left hand along the Scantron and end up getting lead all over your pinky. Like, I haven't had that feeling happen in so many years. So anyway, let's break out one of these really cool Scantron Blazers. And these shoes were on display in the ShoeZeum in the back to school exhibit, of course. Now you'll notice that they're black and gray, and they have Scantrons all over them. And when you look really closely at the Scantron, instead of A, B, C, D, it says N-I-K-E, which is such a great touch. We already looked at the back briefly, but let's look again. You can see that there's a number 2 pencil, and then it has that little space for you to put all of your information, your name, your street address, your city. Actually, it's very similar to Blue Books, which I also had on display in the back-to-school exhibit right next to these Blazers. I think it would be cool, actually, if Nike did a Blue Book Blazer. Anyway, let's look back at the side of the shoe. Such a good-looking shoe. The black and gray looks great together with the white midsoles. You'll notice when you look at the tongue right here, there's that back-to-school schoolhouse, which is featured on so many different back-to-school Nikes over the years. And I can only imagine that these red laces were inspired by the red pen that your teacher would break out to grade your test. So let's give Phil Knight an A+ on his little Nike Scantron right there. I just love these back-to-school shoes. The ShoeZeum was the ultimate Nike classroom, and the last exhibit in the ShoeZeum was the back-to-school section. And I would walk people through and give them tours and teach them all about Nike, and then show them the back-to-school shoes and tell them how much they mean to me and how much this exhibit means to me. Definitely stay in school. I went all the way through law school and business school, and I can't say enough about the education. It's been a great pleasure introducing you to these Nike Blazer Scantrons.